Pedro. Pedro Goes to Mars by Fran Manishkin. Chapter 1. Mars looks cool. Pedro was reading about Mars. He told Miss Winkle,
Mars looks cool. It would be fun to go there.
Katie raised her hand. I want to go to Saturn. I will ride around on its ring. I will get nice and dizzy. Miss Winkle said, You might not like it. The rings of Saturn are made of dust and ice. Yikes! Yelled Katie. I will go somewhere else. That night, Pedro told his dad,
I'd like to go to Mars.
Are you sure? Asked Pedro's dad. It's far away.
That's okay,
said Pedro.
I have a big suitcase and I like long trips.
Mars is 225 million miles away, said Pedro's dad.
No problem,
said Pedro.
I'll pack lots of sandwiches.
And bring some cows for milk, added Pedro's dad. That night, Pedro dreamed about going to Mars. His spaceship was crowded and noisy. The cows never slept. Chapter 2. Exploring Planets. The next day, Pedro read more about Mars. It's very rocky, said Miss Winkle.
Great,
Pedro smiled.
I like climbing rocks.
The class read about Pluto too. Jojo said, If I lived on Pluto, I would see 5 moons outside my window.
Wild,
said Pedro. Katie told the class, Saturn has 82 moons.
No way,
said Pedro. It's true, said Miss Winkle. That sky is very crowded. She told the class, Each of the planets go around the sun. How many days does it take for Earth to do it? Sophia, a new girl, said, It takes 365 days.
Right,
said Pedro.
I must wait 365 days for each new birthday. That's a long time.
Later, Pedro asked his dad,
How many days does it take Mars to go around the sun?
His dad looked it up. It takes 687 days. Chapter 3. A very nice planet. The next day, Pedro told Katie,
When I go to Mars, I will have to wait 687 days between birthdays.
Wow, said Katie. That's a long time.
For sure,
said Pedro. After school, Pedro and Katie and Jojo played soccer. The sun was shining, and a red cardinal sang a happy song. Pedro said,
Earth is a very nice planet. I think I'll stay here for a while.
Good idea, said Katie. That night, Pedro went to bed, smiling at the moon. The moon smiled back. The end.